What do you do when you want to move but you just can't sell your house? It's been on the market for months and all the viewings have dried up. Well, what you do is you stop selling and start swapping. House swapping is the latest trend to hit the property world. With around 10,000 properties registered with swap websites, it's a brilliant way to avoid the dreaded property chain and make that move onwards. We'll be meeting people who want to swap their home permanently.
We're looking for something where perhaps we can do a little business together, bed and breakfast, something like that.
And we'll show them 3 properties to find their perfect match.
Hello.
Welcome to my home.
Let me show you around.
We hope you've enjoyed our tour.
And we hope you pick us.
So I'd all like to say bye-bye.
Bye. After a day spent road testing each other's properties and lifestyles, we'll bring them to the negotiating table where our straight-talking negotiator, Sunita, will help them thrash out a deal.
I mean, it's just way, way out. I mean, I think they think that we're doing them a favour.
Before we find out if they'll swap homes for good. I'm off to Henley to meet the Knights. They love their home, but they're looking for a new life in the country with a possible business twist. Their children have grown up and flown the nest, and now they're looking for a new adventure. The Knights have spent many happy years at their Henley home, but feel it's time to move on. Jane wants to wind down her teaching career, and Paul wants to take a back seat in his business. And together they dream of a rural bed and breakfast complete with chickens. Before I meet them, I'm going to have a quick look round. So, this is Jane and Paul's house. I do so love snooping around at other people's properties. So, what have we got to swap today? Well, this gorgeous period property, you walk in through an entrance hall, downstairs WC, and then you enter this great big, huge kitchen, and the ergonomics seem to work really, really well. And I love the styling. In fact, I have the very same ones at home, which must mean that Jane and Paul have impeccable taste. But this actually is about lifestyle I'm sensing, because you can put your champagne flute nicely there as you enjoy the fact that the room opens up into this very, very lovely lounge, very family-orientated, very comfy looking, and I want to be the first person ever to say this on television, a very sexy multi-fuel burner. Given. Then it opens out onto a conservatory and then the garden. All very neat, all very well presented. So downstairs working. What about upstairs? So up here we have the master bedroom. It looks very, very inviting. It's the back of the house, which I like, so it's away from the traffic. And then, very important in a master bedroom, this huge bank of wardrobes, 6 wardrobe doors there, so you can store everything from shoes, dresses, and probably Narnia as well. There's a second bedroom on the first floor. It's comfortable, if a little snug. Now, often when I view a bathroom, I recoil in horror because people decorate them in such ghastly, ghastly, ghastly colours. But in here, it's very plain, it's very simple, very stylish and non-offensive. And I like the shower with the rose head and the bath there. Spatially, it all works very well. I'm sensing not just a conventional attic up here, but look at this conversion. Great, got an office up here with so much light pouring in. You can use this space as another bedroom. So, that's the house. Let's have a chat with the owners. The Knights' 3-storey, 3-bedroom house in Henley has been valued at £425,000. Guys, I have had an incredibly nosy experience around your house. It's gorgeous, very, very beautiful, beautifully decorated, which leads me on to the classic property question, which is why do you want to move?
Well, I can kick off there, really. We've got to a stage in our lives now where we're looking at what we're going to do over the next 10 years. We're at that age where we've done that bit in London, we've moved down to here, we love it down here, but we're looking for something where perhaps we can do a little business together, bed and breakfast, something like that.
I love people, Paul loves people, nice people, obviously,
right.
And I love cooking, and we just want a, lifestyle change.
So something a little bit boutique-y, a little bit fun, a bit more semi-rural, rural, that kind of thing.
And somewhere where we can stay forever.
What would be the perfect place?
I think what we're looking for is something with about 5 or 6 bedrooms at least.
Or outbuildings.
Or outbuildings
so potential to convert outbuildings.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a big house.
No.
But a nice big house obviously would
bit
be
of land,
lovely.
Bit of land would be great.
And this is to do B&B?
Yes.
Right.
Or holiday lets, if that's an option.
Obviously, when you're doing house swap, it's about being flexible, and also it's really, really good if you've got other things to barter with. If you haven't, then we'll just work with the house. But if you have other things we could throw into the mix, that would be great.
Funnily enough, We have a boat, which also we could throw in.
What's the boat like?
The boat is a 27-foot Seamaster, and it's moored down in Henley, so it comes with a mooring as well. And it's probably the combined worth of that would be about £15,000.
Yeah, but we've also got an apartment in London.
So is it 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom?
2 bedroom, 2 bathroom with the garage, parking.
Right, and how much is the flat worth, do you think?
It would be in the region of £400,000 in London now.
Wow, look at that. Yeah. OK, so are you ready to see a fine selection of possible house swaps?
Very excited.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
This way?
Yeah, OK.
So, are you ready for this? Right. Property number 1.
Okay.
We are going to Somerset together and we're going to meet the Mitchells. They've been given the unique opportunity to sell their home to you, and this was their attempt.
Hello, we're the Mitchells.
And this is our house.
Why don't you come and have a look? This is our fabulous Victorian hallway. Entrance hall, gorgeous original tiles, wonderful staircase and banisters.
So this is the kitchen breakfast room, which is probably my favourite room in the house. Partly because I spend a lot of time in this room, I suppose, and also because it's got lovely views either way. You can see out onto the road. It's not really a road, it's more of a lane. It's got lovely horses clipping by, it's got people walking their dogs. It's got a lovely fireplace, lovely strip floorboards, and it's just a really homely sort of room. And then when we come through here, this is the working area of the kitchen, but again, it's just such a nice big space that we can be standing around, people cooking, chatting. And then we come over to the window, which is probably my favourite spot in the whole house, because this view is just fantastic. The field and right in the distance, the Quantop Hills. So it is sort of the heart of the house.
Our beautifully proportioned double drawing room, packed full of gorgeous original Victorian features such as the fireplaces. Loads of windows, massive big windows, south-facing, west-facing. We have double French doors over here leading to the garden. High ceilings, a Victorian house. What more could you want?
This is a pretty big house. There's 6 bedrooms. There's my mum and dad's room, but they can show you that. Now, in here is one of the spare bedrooms, and this is where my cousins stay. But in here is my bedroom. Now, it's my 16th birthday yesterday, which is why there are balloons everywhere. Oh, and by the way, I also have my own bathroom.
OK, so now we're going to make our way up to the top floor, and this is probably my favourite part of the house, partly because, well, it's my bedroom, and it's just a really nice, kind of airy, spacious place to be. We've got the hills and then the farmland over there. What makes this room a little bit more special for me is we've got a little practice room in here. Obviously, having my drum kit here, and the bizarre thing about this room is that it's got great sound insulation. I mean, we've got neighbours on each side. No one hears a thing, so I think everyone wins.
So this is our bedroom, the master bedroom, which, as you can see, is a rather large bedroom, which is absolutely lovely. It's completely our space. It's a really lovely part of the house. Over through this way is almost like a seating area. So sometimes I come up here and just sort of, especially when the sun is shining, just sit down and read a book for half an hour, and it's sort of almost self-indulgence. And then over here, you can look out onto the garden. From here, I can see our 2 dogs, Emmy, who's the Labrador, and Ollie, who's the collie. And then over this way, is our bathroom. A nice ensuite, lovely shower, which is what wakes me up in the morning, I have to say.
We need to move back to the southeast.
Partly for family reasons, and also because of Jeremy's work. He spends a lot of time away from home.
The Mitchells' home in Somerset has 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms and incredible views. So, what is their ideal swap?
We are looking to downsize to 3 or 4 bedrooms with a reasonable garden, a bit of land or not, but we're very flexible in that respect.
So I'd all like to say bye-bye.
Bye.
I mean, I know what I think about that house. You were cooing all the way through the film. As we watched that, you're making lovely, lovely noises. But please, elaborate.
Yeah, what did you think?
Fantastic, yeah. For the purpose we've got, I mean, obviously we need to know a little bit where it is, and we don't know that sort of information yet.
It's near Taunton. I don't know how you feel about that geographically.
Yeah, it sounds lovely. I
Fine,
mean,
yeah.
Taunton's a fantastic... is it a town, city?
Yeah.
People have heard of Taunton, haven't they? And they would want to go on holiday there, I should imagine.
It's got 6 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do with 6 bedrooms.
Yeah, definitely.
The reception rooms were great.
Yeah.
The views were breathtaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I liked about it as well is the master bedroom also had sort of like a living room.
Yes.
So you've actually got your owner's accommodation kind
Yeah.
of thing. You can escape from everything else that's going
It
on.
would really work,
Definitely.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're feeling quite positive about that.
Absolutely, yeah. Loved it. Loved it.
So that is one potential. Now we're going to my hometown.
All right.
I'm a Torquinian. We're going to Torquay in
wow.
Devon.
Right.
Torquay, famous tourist town.
Yeah.
Lots of tourist attractions down there.
Yeah.
And you're about to meet Louise and her attempt to sell you her house.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Louise. Welcome to my home. Come in and have a look around. This is my kitchen. A really lovely bespoke kitchen which has everything I need. I'm a cook, so I like everything close to hand. Let me show you what I love about this conservatory. It's really open. We had it made by a local joiner, and look at the view. Isn't that amazing? I particularly like that tree. I call it the tree of life. Isn't it beautiful? And this is my lovely sitting room and my fantastic wood-burning stove. The room is comfortable. It's got fabulous windows, and I've got the view from here again. It's light and airy. I love the floor in here. It was certainly a labour of love, because once we'd taken up the old carpet, we found the floorboards were missing, and so we were stealing floorboards from upstairs so they matched. This is the dining room. So if we're not eating in the conservatory, we eat in here. And up here on the landing, we've got a window that we designed and had put in, based on Rennie Mackintosh. I'd like to take it with me, but I can't. This is a bedroom, and I know this might look a bit strange because it's a garden chair, but in actual fact I use it as a reflexology couch. This is where I do my treatments. And next door is my fabulous bathroom with my jacuzzi bath, which I love to light my candles and relax in. And this is the master bedroom. I spend a lot of time in here because it's very comfortable, and I also have my lovely view of Malden. And through here is another very good double-sized bedroom, also with wonderful views over Torquay. Across the hall is the 4th bedroom, which is also a double bedroom, but as you can see, it holds my trampoline, which is a good intention trampoline. So, in other words, you won't be seeing me bouncing up and down on it today. And just at the end of the dining room is the back door, which leads onto the courtyard, where the entrance to the one-bedroom flat is. It's attached to the property, but has its completely separate entrance. I have absolutely loved living here. It's a beautiful house. It's really spacious. It's got lots and lots of unusual features because it used to be a convent. Sadly, I lost my husband 18 months ago, and I really need to be nearer and closer to my oldest friends who all live in the southeast and in London. I think in the current climate, my property is now probably worth in the region of £350,000.
Louise's house in Torquay has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a 1-bed flat attached to the property. So what would she like to swap to?
Ideally, what I'd like is a 2-bedroom property, near water, small garden, close to an airport and within easy reach of London.
I actually felt there towards the end, Louise was describing this house.
She was.
You know, with the house
definitely.
near water and all the things she was saying. Yeah, exactly. How do we feel about Louisa's house?
Yeah, I liked it. It was a little bit cluttered, but you obviously can change that. It didn't have the wow factor of the other one, though, did it?
No, I mean, to my
it's
point
half
of view,
But can I say the price?
Yeah,
You know,
it's
we are
half the
talking
price.
half the price.
You've
For
got
doing
to-
a straight swap, it would probably be
Yeah.
quite a fair swap, actually.
Yeah, and I think,
wouldn't it?
you know, it has got 3 bedrooms,
Yeah.
which means that you would be able to let out 2 rooms if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
This house also comes with its own self-contained flat. So if you wanted just to rent that out and have that as your income, that is a good way forward.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's
And in
possibilities for that.
Torquay, I mean, that's a prime location, isn't it?
You could become your very own Basil Fawlty.
Yes.
It's there for the taking.
I'm sure
I can see you
could.
doing it.
You did that man well.
We are now going to a different part of the country. We're going to the Garden of England. We're going to Kent.
Oh, OK.
Any first impressions about how we feel about Kent? Yes
Well,
or
we're
no?
both from Kent.
We're both from Kent.
Yeah.
Then look what it's produced.
Yes.
We can't argue with that.
Yeah, no.
And we are going to, and you might start twitching when I tell you this, we're going to a school.
OK.
OK, now
As
being a
long as there's
teacher...
no children
Oh,
there.
my goodness, not another school. Meet Jamie as he shows you around.
OK.
Hi, welcome to my home. This is the old school. Myself and my daughter lived here 12 years. It was built in 1869. Let me show you around. And here we are in the hallway. This is the original outside wall, actually, of the old school, and they built onto it many years ago to build this long corridor. This is one of the original classrooms, has lovely high ceilings, original oak floors, original radiators, huge feature window there. I love the atmosphere and the size of this room, the feel of it. I love to think that there used to be children in here having lessons and the teacher used to sit in the corner there over probably 100 years while it was open. There's a lovely feeling of calm in this room and in fact throughout the whole house. Now I'm going to take you into one of my favourite rooms. This is another wonderful, big, bright room, fantastic for spending time with the family, fantastic for cooking in. Huge cherry wood work surfaces throughout, brand new fitted kitchen, and handmade crackle glazed tiles. This kitchen opens up into another lovely, bright, big room. Could be used as a family room or a dining room. We spend lots of time relaxing in there while somebody's doing cooking in here. Just hang out in this room and read, have a coffee. Before I show you the bedrooms, let me tell you about the bathroom that's downstairs. I designed this bathroom myself. It has lovely marble tiles, underfloor heating, huge shower, large double bath, and his and hers sinks. This is my bedroom. The old school is located in a quiet country lane, so we always get a good night's sleep. And we have 2 other bedrooms as well, Mimi's bedroom and another spare room. In addition to the original school building, I've built on a granny annex studio flat. We're just in the process of finishing off the decorating and it's going to look fabulous when it's finished, which is completely self-contained with its own bathroom and its own kitchen. So that's the old school. Thanks for looking around. I've loved living here, but now it's time to move on. My house has been valued at £550,000.
Jamie's property in Kent is a converted school with 3 bedrooms and a self-contained annex. So, what does he want for his swap?
I'm looking for a character property with at least 3 bedrooms, closer to a city, around the £400,000 to £450,000 valuation.
I love Jamie's house. I love. I think it's so much fun.
Yes, it is.
But I'm not swapping. You are.
Yeah.
What do we think of that?
We were actually looking around Kent a while back,
we
about
were.
2 or 3 years ago.
But the other thing is that a lot of my family live in the west side of England. Yours live in the east.
Yep.
So your family would like it, my family wouldn't.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not really down
But
to
it's,
the family.
yeah, we liked it.
I liked
Still
the
consider
place.
it.
I don't know that I'd I don't know whether we could
didn't like
feel
the
there.
house, did you?
No, I didn't. Well, I thought it was fantastic.
Oh,
what
no,
he'd done
I
with
liked
it,
the
I thought it
house,
was
yeah.
stunning. When I saw the first one, I thought that was it. When I thought the second one, I
Yeah.
could see possibilities,
You
and the
like
third
that.
one's got possibilities. So
Because-
you've done a good job.
You need to decide which one you would like to spend some time in and swap. So you'll go there, they'll come here. It's a big decision.
It is.
A fantastic, unique situation
Yes.
to find yourselves in.
Yeah.
But you need to talk, and probably talk without me. So I will see you later on.
Okay,
Okay,
we're
later.
doing this by ourselves.
Well, I've left Jane and Paul to it because I don't want to cramp their style. They've got a big decision to make here, a lot to think about, lovely properties, what do they want, what location, how much money, the B&B potential. It's a lot to think about, isn't it? Whilst the knights weigh up the pros and cons,
Well, I actually liked all three of them for three very different reasons.
Sunita, our house swap negotiator, has some advice. Sunita's been a property negotiator for over 10 years, helping hundreds of clients move onwards and upwards.
If you want to move house quickly, then house swapping could be the answer. Now, there are several websites out there that could help you find your perfect match. You will, of course, still have to have a HIPS report, and you will be paying stamp duty. But, crucially, you get to avoid a chain, and if you're not on with an estate agent, you avoid estate agent fees.
Sunita's invaluable knowledge will help our swappers negotiate a deal. But first we need to find out who the knights have decided to swap with. Two's company, three's a crowd.
Hello.
No, I'm still staying. Right, OK, so, decision, please. One,
Yes.
2 or 3?
Oh, easily.
One.
Yes.
The Mitchells, the house in Somerset.
Somerset, yes.
Somerset, my lover. Guys, prepare to swap homes.
Superb. Yeah, can't wait.
The knights have gone with the Mitchells' gorgeous 6-bed house in Somerset, and I'm not surprised. Coming up, will the Henley house cramp the Mitchells' style?
It's beginning to look a little on the small side for us, I think, to be honest.
And the knights go native in Somerset.
I don't want to go back to civilization now.
But brought together for the first time at the negotiating table, are they ready to make that swap?
Yeah, well, there's obviously a new angle. You know, it's something else to think about.
How do you feel about that proposition?
But it is something that we've considered.
I'll leave you to it.
It's time to swap homes for the day. Jane and Paul are off to road test the Somerset house, and the Mitchells will be trying out Henley. But unlike a quick whiz round with an estate agent, both couples will get the chance to exchange homes for the day before they decide if a permanent swap is on the cards. So what does Somerset have to offer a couple keen to set up a B&B? First impressions are all important for guests, so what will Jane and Paul's be?
Look at that.
Great setting.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful day for it as well.
Victorian, I think?
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty good, it seems.
I'm
The
disappointed
space.
with the windows, actually, because they would have been original sash windows, and that's what we've got at home.
Yeah, we've got
And
those
it's
on
worth
purpose.
keeping them because they're so beautiful.
Looks like I spoke too soon. Maybe the inside will win them over.
Interesting flooring.
Gorgeous hallway, lovely floor, unusual. I love this, what's it called? Mantelpiece, and I love a Rayburn anyway. I wonder if they use it because it's
Yeah, I can smell it, do.
really, yeah, it's on, it's nice.
That's the spirit.
I'm not too keen on this
Central aisle.
central.
But we're not in love with the island.
Yeah, I just prefer a kitchen table, to be honest, because this is stuck here now, isn't it? There's no flexibility. I love the position of the sink because obviously you're going to look out there, gorgeous sunshine. Disappointed with the sink, actually, to be honest. It's not the top end of the range that I would have chosen, but that can be changed. That's not an issue.
Well, there you go. As the knights scrutinise Somerset's fixtures and fittings, the Mitchells are heading to Henley. They're looking to downsize to reduce Jeremy's commute to London.
It certainly looks a little small.
Oh, I might have to change the car for a small Mini or something like that.
It's got cute appeal, shall we say.
It has.
Hello.
Anyone home?
No, guys, it's all yours for the day.
OK.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it?
Well,
Black
it's
kitchen.
different, isn't it?
Very stylish.
It's
Very
different.
nice. Well, it certainly looks all fairly newly done there, doesn't it?
The tile's a bit on the dark side, I think, for moi.
Oh, this is lovely. That wood
Lovely.
burner.
But it's marginally smaller than our place, darling, isn't it?
True, but that's always the challenge with downsizing.
Just sort of see the whole thing first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly what we have seen of Henley is absolutely lovely, so we just have
Actually,
to...
can we light that?
Maybe the wood burner will warm Jeremy to the property. Back in Somerset, Jane and Paul have discovered the Mitchells' gorgeous sitting room complete with original windows.
Oh, what a super room. Oh, look at this. The sun shining right
you've got
through.
original windows there, look.
Yay! The original sash, just like we've got at home.
Phew!
And a view of the garden. Lovely. French windows out to the...
Non-original.
Non-original. In a location like this, where you've got masses of land around, I'm disappointed that there's more that comes with the house, because we really want to have some chickens and a
Yeah, I mean, you could
couple of
keep chickens
sheep
there,
or
but you wouldn't be able to keep the sheep are out there.
Yeah, I
But
know,
they're not
but they're
yours.
not ours.
In Henley, they're on the hunt for the 3 bedrooms.
I guess this must be the master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, certainly plenty of storage, though. That's good.
Yeah, let's have a quick look in here.
Definitely. Right.
What's next?
So that's the
What's
master
next?
bedroom. So should we go along here and have a look at the next bedroom?
God, blimey.
It's just like, unfortunately, you really haven't got a window she could look out of.
Yes, but who needs a view when you're asleep?
This is big. Look at the size of this place. This is bigger than the bedroom.
There was a separate loo downstairs, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
Yeah, so... But it's just nice to have space,
Nice
though.
big shower, actually. No, that is good.
Lovely.
Nice to have a decent-sized shower.
Very good. Thumbs up.
Yeah, no, so this is, well, to be honest, this is probably the best part of the upstairs, I think, from my point of view.
You'd
Good
be
Lord.
a little bit harsh.
Hey, look, we
wouldn't
go up again. I didn't see that.
And stairs are looming large in Somerset.
I love this. I love the stairs. This is a bedroom and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
There's an ensuite there, is
Yeah,
there?
huge ensuite.
Okay, let me have a look. Oh, that's really nice, yeah. Oh, you love that shower.
There's a shower.
Perfect for you. So, great ensuite, and this could be a bedroom, and that could be a bedroom.
Yeah.
If we want, or it could be a family bedroom. I like the upstairs very much.
Yeah.
Very light, and it's quirky.
You could make this into a sort of a boutique-y type.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's growing on me, this house. I don't want to go back to civilization now. It's really calm. It's got a very pleasant feel about it.
Somerset is clearly working its magic. And in Henley, Jeremy is discovering potential at the top of the house.
There we go. What's
There's
this
another
up here?
floor, you see? It's bigger than you thought.
Well, it is supposed to be 3 bedrooms, I suddenly remembered, and we've only seen
Right.
2.
So they obviously
Well,
use
that's an
this
interesting section, isn't
as an
it?
office, don't they? Well, it's nice and light, though. That's something, isn't it? Because the other bedroom only had that high window. But it's nice to look out the window, though.
Lovely,
it's a lovely view.
light. Sunny,
Lovely
bright.
view.
Spy on the neighbours. The only thing is, where would you put a bed?
Well, I guess you'd almost have to have a futon-style bed, wouldn't you? A low one. You know, sort of almost mattress on the floor type of thing.
While Jeremy and Anne think about how to fit a bed in the loft space, Jane and Paul are working out how to rent them out. They seem pretty convinced that there's B&B potential for the house. But what about the local area? Will Nick, the neighbour, give them any more pointers?
Do people come on holiday here?
There are some. I mean, there are a couple of holiday cottages and
right.
bed and breakfast places
Oh, there
just up the way.
How would you feel from a personal point of view if the people that moved into this house sort of opted to run a bed and breakfast there?
As long as it doesn't intrude too much on everybody
Yeah.
else, then no, I can't see it's a real problem.
Anne and Jeremy are off to check out Paul's boat, which he might just throw in as part of the swap.
The one with the blue stripe.
That's their boat?
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, that's quite a big boat.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I've
Can
seen
you
bigger.
see from here?
Eurydice or something.
Is that a big enough boat for you?
No,
Oh, right.
in a word. It's not a 55-foot
Princess.
Sunseeker or anything.
Yep, doesn't look like Jeremy will be taking part in the regatta just yet. Back in Somerset, country pubs are the order of the day and provide yet another chance for more research about, yes, you guessed it, B&Bs.
There's a call for it then?
Yeah, definitely.
People come in and say, have you got...
People ring us up all the time, and there's nothing else in the area.
So when people come around here, why do they come? Why do they come to this area?
It's quite a hidden area, really, the Blackdown Hills, but it's becoming more and more known because it is beautiful countryside, and people come for walks and just see the countryside, really.
That was absolutely delicious.
That was a
Lovely
very
spot
good stop.
here. Should we go on into Taunton then?
With the one-day swap almost over, it's time for our couples to size up the way they feel.
I mean, we have to remember that when, we were selling in Somerset, we wanted to downsize. So any house is going to be a smaller house. So what did you think of Henley then?
Loved it.
Yeah?
Absolutely. No,
It's a lovely
I
place.
seriously did love it. I thought it was brilliant. It was much nicer than I thought it would be. I thought it was a terrific little place.
Good.
Cheers. To Henley.
Henley.
I like the lovely big living room here, lovely kitchen and dining room, and I think it would lend itself to bed and breakfast. I don't think we'd do anything to it at all. It's perfect as it is. It's lovely.
Having swapped homes and lifestyles for a day, there's a lot for everyone to consider. But will our families decide to make a permanent swap? Only tomorrow will tell. So now they've tried out each other's homes, I think it's time to bring the families together on neutral territory. So we're fit and ready to go. All we need now is a negotiator. And you know what? We have one of the best. Sunita Shroff has been helping people find their dream properties and agree the best price for them for over 10 years. She'll be using her expertise to negotiate a deal for our swappers.
Negotiating can be a tricky and even emotional process, and the properties won't necessarily be valued at the same price. So it's my job to get both sides to agree on a fair and realistic price to swap. But house swapping isn't all about the money. It's about avoiding that awful chain, potentially avoiding the estate agent's fees, and of course of months of your property being on the market. So if both sides are prepared to negotiate, they could walk away with a great deal.
So let's remind ourselves of what Sunita has to bargain with. The Knights have the 3-bedroom house in Henley on Thames, valued at £425,000, and a flat in Canary Wharf, valued at £400,000. They want to pursue their dream of running a rural B&B. The Mitchells have the house in Somerset, valued at £600,000, complete with lovely views and idyllic lifestyle. They want to downsize and cut down Jeremy's commute to London. But first things first, what's the feedback?
Now, you were looking for a 7-bedroom property out in the country somewhere to retreat to, and we found you something in Somerset. So, what did you think about it?
The house was fantastic.
And you obviously saw the potential.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. And as I say, they've done a very good job of... I mean, we could have walked from our house into their house and we wouldn't have changed an awful lot that they'd done, to be perfectly frank.
Yeah, it's a lovely house.
It was. They'd done it very, very nicely, very attractive.
And we thought it could be very flexible towards the business that we have in mind.
You were looking for a 3 to 4 bedroom house, and we found you one in Henley, so I wanted to find out what exactly you thought of it.
The house was a little bit of a surprise. It was smaller than I had anticipated. But having said that, it was very nicely done. Sitting down on the sofa with a glass of wine, roaring wood burner in the corner, that was absolutely lovely. And the actual sort of way that, the house is laid out, the ground floor, is really nice because it's very sociable. It's
very easy as well.
Yeah,
very open
it
plan.
is.
Lovely, easy way of living.
So, Jeremy, you work in London.
Yes.
Is this commutable for you?
Perfectly commutable.
So the location is, I mean,
It's a
ticking all the
lovely-
boxes.
Yeah. Henley does have a strong attraction at the moment,
Henley's
doesn't it?
fabulous. Loved Henley.
A very strong pull for us at the moment, I think, having been there yesterday.
I mean, we had lunch in a really lovely pub. I mean, there are loads of nice pubs there. The buildings are fabulous. There's a theatre.
Yeah.
It's at the river. I mean, it's just a lovely place to be. No question about
Lovely
it.
environment.
So what about the cons?
You have to go onto a main road and into major civilization for any amenities at all. And, to be honest, if people want to come on holiday, they do want something that they can walk to, and there wasn't anything at all.
I think the issue for us was coming from quite a large house down to something that was that size and trying to sort of work out how we could actually live in that space. And the garden was a little bit of a surprise as well, in as much that there wasn't really much of one.
I mean, we have two very boisterous dogs, and it's difficult to see them in that garden, to be honest.
2 hours in, and time to catch up with Sunita. How's it going?
Interesting.
OK, what does interesting mean?
Well, basically, the Knights love the property, but they're not crazy about the location.
Right.
And then you've got the Mitchells that love the location, not crazy about the property.
Right, now that doesn't sound like a great scenario to me.
Well, it's not ideal, but at this stage of negotiations, it's absolutely fine. It's not going to be a straightforward swap, so it's all going to boil down to money. Now, what did you think that the Somerset property was worth?
Not far off what ours is worth in Henley.
So yours is worth 425,000. Theirs has been marketed at 600,000. So you feel that there's a huge gap there. There's nearly 200,000. It's 175,000 difference.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lovely house, and their property with 2 acres in a village location would be worth the 600,000.
So basically, you think it's overvalued?
Very, very much so.
And you certainly wouldn't be prepared to pay 600,000 for it?
No, absolutely.
No.
So what do you think the fair price to swap is?
Right, we've done our calculations. We feel our house is pretty robust at the £425,000 mark. We feel that their property is probably worth, for us to swap, something in the region of our house in Henley plus 70,000.
Maximum.
Yeah.
You're being very generous.
Yeah, I know, Jane, yeah.
I would have said 50.
Yeah.
OK, I now know exactly what you want to offer. I'm going to go across to the Mitchells to find out exactly what they're prepared to put on the table and then take it from there.
Yep.
Excellent.
OK.
While the Knights are sticking to the £425,000 valuation of their home, they value the Mitchells' house a whopping £105,000 less than the asking price. Instead, they've put forward a swap at their house plus £70,000 for the Mitchells' home.
I know what the Knights are prepared to offer now. I just would like to know what you're prepared to put on the table.
OK.
Right, well, from our point of view, the differential, which is the all-important thing here, we know ours is worth around the 550 mark because of the valuation we've had recently for the remortgaging, and we think it's worth at least that. We think theirs is worth 350, so we would look at a differential of 200,000.
That is a huge difference. Well, I have actually done some research in that area, and I think 350 is erring on the low side.
Right.
But then they also didn't think your property was worth 600,000. They thought it was substantially less. Say 500,000.
Well, we think it's worth a little more than that. We just had it remortgaged, and a valuer valued it no more than a month ago at 550.
So we need to try and find common ground.
The Mitchells believe the Knights' house is overpriced and value it closer to £350,000. They have come down on their own asking price to their recent mortgage valuation of £550,000. But that still leaves a massive £200,000 spread between the two properties, and that's a big difference from the £70,000 the Knights suggested. So, how will they take the news?
I have actually found out what they would be interested in. The fair swap value is 200,000 and you pay them that.
OK.
OK.
And you're still smiling.
Because it's laughable.
There's always that.
It's so funny. I mean, it's just way, way out. And they'll be in Somerset for a long time if they're thinking that. I mean, I think they think that we're doing them a favour. But obviously, Henley's a fantastic place to live. And the prices reflect that.
Yeah.
Somerset's not such a fantastic place to live.
Oh, but they think it is.
Of course they do, and that's their prerogative.
And I think the other thing is we're looking at this not just from our house point of view, we're looking at it from a business point of view as well.
Sunita's going to have to pull something out of the bag to get this negotiation back on track. But she does have another bargaining tool up her sleeve.
They've got a flat in Canary Wharf in the Docklands.
Right.
Right.
And it's been valued at 400,000. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. If, coupled with the Henley property, if you were to take both of them, that would let's say, come up to £800,000.
Right.
So if you were to take that property and the Henley property and swap it for your Somerset property, and then you pay them £250,000, could that work?
So Sunita's radical idea to save the negotiation is to combine the Knight's Henley home and London flat. Total value £800,000 in exchange for the Mitchell's house and a cash sum of £250,000. But will they go for it?
What do you think?
Yeah, well, there's obviously a new angle. You know, it's something else to think about. I mean, that would make possibly a more interesting proposition.
Well, yeah, but it's possible.
Yeah, so that may be worth talking about more, I think. Especially as you're in London anyway. I mean, that could be something that could be
it's a possibility.
of interest. Yeah, absolutely.
So the Mitchells are keen, but how will the Knights react to this new proposition?
So I have another proposition. I had an idea while I was there, and I thought, I know you have the Canary Wharf flat, and that's valued at £400,000. So I made them an offer, and I said, if you take the Canary Wharf flat plus the Henley house, would you be happy to pay the Knights £250,000? It's kind of turning it on its head.
I think.
Well, I think we need to just do a little bit of number crunching on that.
But it is something that we've considered.
It would be something we'd consider.
Don't slap me for saying this, but you look slightly wearier than you did at the start of the day.
Because I am, Christian.
Really?
Very observant.
10 out of 10 for me. So what's the scenario now?
Basically, the deal I've put on the table involves the Canary Wharf flat.
OK.
Now, things were looking a little bleak earlier, but I think both parties are back in the running again.
After 5.5 hours of tough negotiation, the deal on the table is the house in Henley along with the flat in Canary Wharf in exchange for the house in Somerset and £250,000. Will everyone agree to this, or will they be walking away empty-handed? It's decision time. My goodness, are we all exhausted by this negotiation?
Yes. Headache.
Hard work, wasn't it? Really hard work. And tense.
Very tense.
Nail-biting. I have chewed my way to a manicure this afternoon, I tell you. But what we're doing now is we're holding a key. This could be the key to new futures or just possibly locking the past on all of this and walking away. Who knows? Have we made a firm decision, guys?
Yes.
Have you made a firm decision?
Yes.
OK. Well, brace yourselves. Fasten your seatbelts. I'm going to ask the question. Swap or not? Hey, I can see 2 green keys. Are we not surprised by this outcome a little bit?
Yeah, I am.
Because we have been doing this. What do we think is the next step from here?
I think we've got to chat. You've obviously got to see the apartment in London.
Exactly, I think that's a prerequisite, yeah.
See where we go from
We go from there.
Well, I have to say, congratulations on getting this far. It's because it has been tough. And I wish you all the best, And I wish you all the best for kind of the finite negotiations.
Thank you very much. I think, obviously, the next step would be to go and have a look at the flat in Docklands.
Yeah. I mean, any sort of deal will hinge, obviously, on the flat in Docklands being a viable proposition for us.
There's always a deal to be done in life on anything, is my experience. And it's just meeting those prices. If both parties are happy with the deal, walk away thinking that they've done well, then the deal's done.
6 months on, and unfortunately, the swap has fallen through. But both the Mitchells and the Knights are still keen to make that move and find their perfect swap.